Hi yogis, it's Jodi, and today I have a really fun level 1, maybe 2 flow for us. You won't need any props unless you know you like to use them. Grab them now, but whenever you're ready, we're going to begin in a child's pose. So I'll meet you there. Knees spread wide, big toes touching, head comes down to the mat. So nice to just take a few breaths to quiet ourselves, to find some peace in such a loud world, to just ground ourselves before we move, sweat, and flow. Deep inhalations through the nose and deep exhalations through the nose. Starting to find that Ujjayi pranayama. I always like to think that there's a mirror at the back of my throat and I'm using my breath to fog it up. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose, fogging that mirror. I always like to take a moment just to set an intention. It could always be something basic like I'm just looking to feel good, have fun, do some yoga. Or I always like to set an intention of gratitude. Grateful to be able to step onto my mat, move, take some time, connect my mind and body. Let's seal our attentions in with one long, deep clearing breath. Deep inhalation through the nose. Open your mouth, sigh it out. Open your eyes, slowly coming up into tabletop position. We're just going to do a couple cat-cows, but we're going to do a wrist opener as we cat-cow. So turn your wrist, fingertips towards your knees. You can keep a slight bend in the elbows, but we're going to do cat and cow from this position. So drop the belly, have a slight bend in the elbows, chest lifts, tilt your booty, gaze up maybe, inhale. And as you exhale, push the ground away with your palms, draw the navel in, drawing your chin towards your chest. A couple more times on your own. Inhale, find your back bend. Exhale, round. One more time. Gazing up, drawing your shoulders down and away from the ears. Exhale, round. All right, and then from here, just sit back and just kind of shake it out. And then flick your fingers like you're flicking water. Our wrists do so much for us, especially in yoga. Just show them some love. All right, from here, coming back into tabletop, we're gonna step back into plank. So make sure your hands are underneath your shoulders and then step your one foot back at a time, coming onto the balls of our feet. Sometimes we have to step our feet back a little bit more to make sure that we're in the right alignment. Take your time getting there. Grip the mat with your fingertips. Squeeze the inner arms in. Spread the shoulder blades. Use your core. Lift up. Inhale. And as you exhale, from here, we're going to just drop the hips, keeping the toes tucked, coming into a little variation of upward facing dog. Shoulders get lift. Chest comes through your shoulders. Inhale. And as you exhale, push the hips back up to plank. Okay, we got this, yogis. We're going to do it 2 more times. If this is too much, you could drop the knees. But if not, knees up, toes are tucked. We're gonna drop the hips, the chest comes through the gateway of the arms, gaze up, inhale. And as you exhale, back up to plank. Ooh. One more time. Slowly lower those hips, knees lift, gaze up. Exhale, back to plank. Oh, and now push your hips all the way back for downward facing dog. Since this is our first down dog, do what feels best in your body. Yoga is all about strengthening that mind-body connection. So you could bend one knee at a time. Move your hips from side to side. Or maybe you're just finding stillness. I like to keep a slight micro bend in my knees to really get my hips up, and then I slowly lower my heels towards the earth, allowing my head to hang. Take a few deep breaths here. Inhale, look forward. Shift forward back into plank. But this time we're gonna bend the elbows for chaturanga. Knees can be down if you want. Inhale, cobra. Knees are lifted for up dog. Gaze up, inhale. Use your navel, push the hips up and back for downward facing dog. One more time. Shift forward into your plank. Bend the elbows for chaturanga. Imagine that there's a piece of paper in between your elbows and your ribs. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hopefully you're starting to feel the heat. One more time. Inhale, shift forward into plank. Knees can be up or down. Bend the elbows for cobra or chaturanga. Inhale, your chest lifts. Gaze up, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Come down to your knees, take a child's pose. At any time throughout this practice, feel free to take a child's pose. Even if I'm doing something and you don't want to, or if it doesn't feel good in your body, don't do it. It's not worth it. That's not what yoga's about. Coming up, look forward, tuck your toes, push the hips back up for downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward, bend your knees and see what it's like to take a light hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, flat back, exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise all the way up. Gaze up as the palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good job, yogis. We're gonna do a few rounds of Surya Namaskar A. Feel free to have some fun with it. You don't have to jump if I'm jumping. You could step back, float back. Maybe you like to handstand. Go for it. Take your hands by your side. Inhale, sweep the arms out to come up. Exhale, dive it forward. Inhale, find a flat back. Exhale, step back plank. Bend the elbows lower down. Inhale, cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Have some fun with it. Look forward, bend the knees, and see what it's like to take a light hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more round. Inhale, sweeping the arms out to come up. Exhale, dive it down. Inhale, find a flat back. Exhale, step, hop, float, crawl, skip it. Whatever you choose to do, come back to the breath. Downward facing dog. Have I lost you? Where is your mind? Are you connected with the breath? Come back to this moment. One more. Let's finish this round by landing at the top of the mat. Inhale, look forward, bend your knees, and just take a light hop to the front. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, root to rise all the way up. Exhale, hands heart center. Good job. All right, yogis, let's start to work into our flow. From here, step your right foot back. So you're in a wide-legged stance. From here, turn your right toes so they face the back of the mat, bending deeply into that knee. We're gonna angle our left foot out. So we have a heel to arc alignment with our legs coming into our warrior two. We're gonna take just a few extra breaths here, longer than we normally would, because I really want us to work on our foundation. I think the most important thing when you're doing yoga, it doesn't matter if you're a beginner, you're advanced, foundation. So let's look down at your feet. I like to keep a lot of my weight on the pinky side edge of my back foot. I like to try to keep my shin in a straight line. I ground down through the heel of my front foot, pulling my right hip back into the midline. I draw in with my inner thighs to really work those legs. Try to lengthen through the sides of the waist. Gaze, expand my arms, gaze over my right fingers. Maybe smile. Don't forget to breathe. Taking another deep inhalation here. And as you exhale, bend a little deeper. It will be worth it. I'm starting to feel my legs shake. I'm sure you are too. We're almost there, yogis. Stay with it. Just breathe. All right, the time has come. Inhale. And as you exhale, windmill the hands down. Step back vinyasa. If you're getting tired, skip the vinyasas. Do what feels good for you. We'll meet in downward facing dog. All right, let's keep moving. Inhale, left leg lifts, bend the knee, step it forward, warrior two. I'm just gonna turn around so you see me. But we were bending into the back of our mat with our left foot, or our left knee. I like to take my time. You do the same. We're anchoring into that pinky side edge of that back foot, using it as an anchor to bend deeply into that left knee. Pull that left hip back into the midline, sink deeper. Lengthen through the sides of the waist. Use your arms. Virabhadrasana 2. Breathe. You got this. Just warming up. Pull that left hip back into the midline, making sure that we're pushing into the outer edge of my back foot, using those legs. You got this. Almost there. Now, one more deep inhalation. Stay where you are. I'm just going to mirror you. I'm going to turn back to this way. And as we exhale, vinyasa. Step back, shift into plank, bend the elbows for chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. You did it. Now we're going to start to work into our flow. Big toes touching. Inhale, lift your right leg. Bend the knee. Thigh to chest, step it forward. Angle that left heel down. Rise up, Virabhadrasana 2. We're just gonna take a few breaths here. So bend deeply into that right knee. Inhale. As you exhale, we're gonna straighten both legs. We're gonna turn our back foot out, bending into that left knee. Coming into Skandasana at the back of the mat. Triceps in front of the knee. gaze up, lift the chest, inhale. And as we exhale, I'm gonna bend back into that right foot. Coming with my warrior two legs, bringing my right hand inside my right foot, or right elbow to the right knee, left arm up and over the ear. Parshvita, no, what is the side angle pose? Oh, I forgot it. Parshvottanasana. That's the one. Anyways, don't forget to breathe. Inhale. And from here, take your gaze down. We're gonna bring our right hand outside our right foot, slide that right foot back so my foot is in line with my hip, rise up. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. Stack the hips, squeeze the glutes, lengthen the sides of the waist. Gaze down, or if you like a challenge, maybe gaze up. Flexing that back foot. If you're not as scared to fall or try something new, bend that top knee, grabbing onto your back foot, and find your back bend. Inhale. Exhale, slowly coming back into half moon. From here, bring your hands down, square the hips. Keep a slight micro bend in that right leg. Bring your hands to your heart center. Rise up, warrior three. Whew, just when we thought we were done, almost. Let's work those legs. I know it's hard, my leg's on fire. You got this for 3, 2, 1. Slowly step back, warrior two. Flip your right palm, reverse your warrior. Inhale, exhale, vinyasa. Or skip it. Do what you need to do, yogis. I'll meet you in downward facing dog. Deep inhalation through the nose. Open your mouth, sigh it out. All right, to keep building that heat, let's move it forward. Inhale, left leg lifts. Thigh to chest, step it forward. Warrior two, left leg forward. Rise up. Remember, we're not going to be here for long, so bend deeply into that left knee. Inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to take it to Skandasana at the back of the mat. Pressing into the heel of your left leg. Your right tricep becomes in front of the right knee. Arms lift and extend. Heart lifts towards the ceiling. Inhale. And as you exhale, bend back into that left knee for Parshvottanasana, side angle pose. That's the one I forgot last time, huh? Hand could be in next to your foot, on the elbow to knee, whatever you want to do. Take the right arm up and over the ear. Drawing the navel in, gazing up over that right arm. Inhale. And as you exhale, gaze down. Take your left hand outside that left foot. Slide that left leg back so it's in line with the hip. Rise up. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Stack the hips. Flex that back foot. Squeeze the glutes. Engage the core. You can keep your gaze down, or if you want, take it up. Yogi's choice. And if you did it on the other side, bend that top leg, grabbing onto your back foot, and then kick back, stacking the hips once more, finding your Chapasana. Inhale. Exhale, releasing that back foot. And then from here, we're going to square the hips. Keep a slight bend in that left foot. Left foot, hands come heart center. Warrior three. Ooh, holding the poses is the hardest part. Breathe. This is what I love about yoga. It teaches us how to stay present in discomfort. You got this. Stay with me. Couple more breaths. Inhale. Exhale, slowly bending and coming into warrior two. Take your time. Find the right stance. Flip your left hand. Reverse your warrior. Inhale. Exhale. Windmill vinyasa. Ooh. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Are you having fun yet? I hope so. Taking a deep inhalation through the nose. Open your mouth, sigh it out. All right, yogis, we're gonna do that flow one more time. We're gonna move one breath per movement. You got this. I got this. Let's do this. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, thigh to chest, knee to nose, step it forward. Warrior two, rise up. Inhale, exhale, bend into the back knee, coming into Skandasana at the back of the mat. Inhale. And then we're gonna bend back into that right knee, coming up into your version of side ankle pose. Whatever you've been doing. Hands on side the foot or on the knee, gazing up at the left arm. Inhale. And from here, slowly rising up into half moon pose. Stacking the hips, squeeze the glutes, draw the navel in. Inhale. Exhale, find the back bend. You got this, almost there. If you lose your balance, just come back in. I fall all the time. Inhale. Exhale, release. Hands come down, slight bend, a micro bend in that right leg, hands to heart center. Whoa. Warrior three. See, I fall all the time. It just means you're trying. Let's hold it for one breath here. Inhale. Slowly step back, rise up, warrior two. Flip your right palm, reverse your warrior. And as you exhale, windmill the hands down, vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, push the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Let's keep it moving. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it forward, warrior two. Rise up. Inhale. As we exhale to the back of the mat, surfer's lunge. Coming in now to our side angle pose. Exhale, hands come down. Slide that left foot back into the midline, rise up, half moon. Maybe find your back bend, grab that top foot, stack the hips, push back, gaze up. You got this, breathe. Release that back foot back into half moon. Hands come down, keep a slight bend in that left leg. Hands come heart center, warrior three. Slowly stepping back, warrior two. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. Exhale, the hands windmill them down. Through our final vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Woo. Deep inhalation through the nose. Open your mouth, sigh it out. Good job. Come down to your knees, sitting up. Hopefully I haven't lost you yet. We're almost there, yogis. From here, we're just gonna do a couple back bends. We're gonna do like a camel here, and then we're pretty much done. So first, let's warm up before we go into our back bend. My knees are stacked. You could tuck your toes for balance, or if you need to put a blanket down to support your knees, do so. From here, take your left hand to your left ankle. Push the hips forward, and then take your right arm up and over. Gaze up and breathe. And then we're gonna come back to center and take it to the other side. Right hand reaches for the right ankle. Left arm up and over, heart lifts. Inhale. One more time, come back up. Go to the left side. Back to center. Heart lifts. Gaze back at that left hand. Okay, back to center. From here, we're gonna come into camel. Fingertips pressing up on top of your bum. And then from here, press the hips forward. And then we're gonna lift the heart up. And then maybe we're gonna look up. Breathe. You got this. If it feels good in your body, maybe reaching your hands back down, pushing the hips forward, heart lifts, head maybe looks back. Camel pose. And if you want to take it further, maybe untuck the toes. Remember, hips push forward, heart lifts, and that's how we find the back bend. Squeeze the glutes, no crunching in the lower back area. Breathe here. Don't forget to breathe. And then slowly coming back up. And then we're going to sit down in between our legs. Slowly rotating our calves out so that our thighs can come down to the mat. I'm not sitting on my feet, I'm sitting inside. If this feels uncomfortable to you and you're just like, no way, come out of it. Grab a block maybe, elevate yourself, find a pillow. Remember, pain is never okay. But if this is okay, this is a really great way to open up the quads and the hip flexors. To me, it's really a relaxing pose. If you feels good in your body, you can come down to your elbows and just kind of hang out here. Or if you're like, I got that feels good, I could go deeper, come all the way down, grabbing opposite elbows, and just kind of melt into the pose. Just finding what works for your body. Remembering that all bodies are different. Everybody's different. I could stay here for a few moments, for a few minutes, but we won't. Slowly come back up. Sitting to the side, bring your legs out in front of you, and just shake them out. Shake, 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 shake. Flex your feet, hands by your side. We're gonna come into Dandasana. Inhale, spine is straight, gaze forward, and as you exhale, slowly start to fold forward for Paschimottanasana. You could grab your pinky side edge of your feet if that's accessible in your body. You don't even have to. You could use a towel if you want to, grab onto your ankles. It's not really about where your hands go. It's about opening up the lower back and the back of the body. So if you are grabbing the pinky side edge of your feet, grab there to pull the feet back. Rotate the inner thighs down. Inhale for length. And as you exhale, draw the navel in, go deeper. Paschimottanasana. Crown of my head reaches towards my toe tips. Folding deeper into this pose. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the nose completely. Going deeper. Inhaling, sitting back up. And then slowly coming down onto your back. Drawing your knees into your chest. Rocking from side to side. Giving yourself a little cuddle. Thanking yourself for stepping on your mat today. Maybe lifting up into a little ball. Hands reach forward. Becoming one tight little ball. Maybe give yourself a little kiss. Thank yourself for working so hard. And then slowly relaxing down. Feet come to the corners of the mat. Hands by your side. Close your eyes. You did it. Shavasana. Deep inhalation through the nose. Open the mouth, side out. Finding a little time and making space for peace and quiet. Coming back to this moment of stillness. Softening the space between the eyebrows, unclenching your jaw, and just being right here as you are. Shavasana. I want to invite you to stay here for as long as it serves you. If you're ready to move on, slowly bring your knees into your chest, rolling to a comfortable side, and slowly sitting up into a seat. Keeping your eyes closed, resting your hands on your knees, and just taking an extra moment to observe. To observe your mind, observe the body, observing the peace your practice has brought you. And in the spirit of gratitude, bringing your hands, heart center, and Anjali Mudra. Inhale through the nose. And as you exhale, bowing your chin towards your heart. Always in gratitude. Inhale, lift the chin. Open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you, yogis, for trying all the things with me today. Hanging in there even when I forget some of the Sanskrit names. I'm human. I make mistakes too. But I hope you had fun. Like, subscribe, comment. Let me know. I love to hear your comments. And until next time, please take care of yourself. Namaste.